What it do? Welcome in, quick hitters. Welcome in, Goodymo short crew. Game 5. Couldn't believe it. They trying to extend this thing. Game 4 was a blowout. Looked like the Dallas Mavericks said, you know what, we're going to extend this thing just a little bit longer before we jump in the car and crank up the keys and go home. I hope it goes the distance. I didn't want it to be a sweep. You know, the finals should be extended. Give us a little more excitement, some basketball play. Don't let it end early. So it looks like we're going to get some more basketball. And we're going to see, because now the pressure is on the Boston Celtics. Here on out, the pressure is all on the Boston Celtics. They got to seal the deal, and they want to seal the deal at home. Kyrie Irving, this is your moment. You need a breakout game in Game 5. He hasn't really broke out in this series yet. I mean, all around, not only scoring, but getting his teammates involved, penetrating, doing a whole nine. This is Kyrie Irving's moment. He's got most of the experience in the playoffs. I'm looking for him to come out in this game. If he doesn't have one of those kind of breakout games, I'm not saying he has to have 45, 50 points, but if he don't have everybody else involved, meaning the role players, because in the last game, they had some production from the role players. Got some double figure action going on. What they have, like 3 guys in double figures off that bench? If you could get that, Tim Hardaway breaks out again when he's been in hibernation throughout this whole series. If you get him to knock down some threes, jump shots, everybody else lively, everybody getting involved, putting up some points and rebounding and running, intensity, what we always talk about, playing at a high level, that's the only way you're going to win unless you're going home goodbye. But Celtics, man, they laid an egg. They know that. They're in their backyard. They're coming out with guns blazing, and I don't see them coming up short in this game. If I had to predict, of course, Boston Celtics will win this game. They'll close it out tonight, raising the trophy. I want it to get extended. Probably a lot of people want it to get extended unless you're a Boston Celtics fan. We just want to continue this action. Go to Game 7 if you want to. I know Boston don't want to, because they lose this game tonight, the pressure is on. It's never been done, but somebody has to break it. That's going to be a concern if the Boston Celtics allow the Dallas Mavericks to come in their building and get this game. But yes, Kyrie Irving is going to be the man here. I don't want to call him an X factor, but he has to play well. He's playing in Boston, his former team. He will hear a lot of noise. He cannot close this game out by the hecklers, the fans, everybody involved. Luka Doncic. One thing we found out about the Don is that he's been humanized. Hell of a game last game. But throughout this series, he's been bothered. He's been frustrated. The length of the Celtics has bothered him. He's missed a lot of shots he usually makes. He's been in foul trouble, even fouled out of a game. First playoff game in his career, he fouls out. Yeah, they've been getting under his skin. But he's still steady. They're going to need a big game from him tonight. Big game by Kyrie Irving. They're going to need some role players to get involved. We ain't talking about high 20s, just 11, 10 like you've been doing, 15. Just a number of guys getting double digits, hitting their shots when the double team comes. Because the Boston Celtics are going to play all out. You're going to get their best. They're looking to close this deal out. They're frustrated with their play in last game. Not only that, they're ready to get the series over with. 18 championship, a lot on the line, playing in their backyard. So they're looking to seal the deal. And most people believe they're going to seal the deal. I'm one of them. So big Game 5 tonight. And before we go any further, other news we have to address. Happy late Father's Day, of course. Father seems to get pushed to the side throughout the years. We know every year it's kind of put on the back burner. They just, Father's Day, and then just pass by. But happy late Father's Day to all the great ones out there. And we lost a legend. We lost a great last week. The clutch, the logo, Jerry West. Unbelievable. The architect. Rest in peace, condolences, late condolences to his family, friends, everybody involved. Great man, from what I hear. Of course, never met him personally, never talked to him, never been in the same room with the clutch. But from what I've seen over the years covering basketball, listening to people talk about him, looking at his demeanor on the screen, look like everything they say about him is true. Just a great man, brilliant mind, and he loved the game. He can put together any team. He could run any front office. He was just Mr. Everything. We'll just put it to it like that. So rest in peace to Mr. Clutch, the logo, the architect, Mr. NBA. So Luka Doncic's last game, 29 points, fairly good game. Couldn't hit the three. He was 0 for 8 from the three-point line. 12 for 26 from the field, 5 for 7 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals. He was playing a little bit of defense. They're going to need a duplication of that with Kyrie Irving going off a little bit. We don't need Kyrie with 21. We don't need him in the teens. We need Kyrie Irving with 30 points, getting his teammates involved. Being aggressive, driving the ball, not passive aggressive. This is a game everybody's going to pay attention to. All his critics, all the fans are going to be paying attention to this game 5. How Kyrie Irving's going to come out. Is he going to be passive aggressive? Is he going to have the on and off switch waiting until after halftime to actually turn it on? He has to get into his action early, let Boston know that I'm here and you're going to have to take me out if you plan on winning this ball game. Luka Doncic, they can play off each other, but get the role players involved as well too. Tim Hardaway, he still got his sharp shooting. He'll knock them down when you need him. Lively, demanding that paint. Exum even showed up. So you have a few guys just filtering in, adding in on a punch. It's going to make it extremely difficult for the Boston Celtics to close them out in Game 5 if everything is rolling. And G.S.Q.H added a wrinkle maybe, adjusted a little something they haven't seen before. That will help as well. Head coaches in this finals. Man, Joe Mazzulla. Can y'all remember a couple of seasons ago, this man was on a hot seat filling in for Ime Udoka after he got suspended, canned, or whatever you want to call it. But Joe Mazzulla came in, wet behind the ears. Boston Celtics was struggling through the playoffs, got eliminated. All the heat came on Joe Mazzulla. But I'm going to tell you something about Joe Mazzulla. The man is tough as nails. He stuck right in it. I like how he dresses the media, how he talks with the players. He's got his fingerprints all over this team. You got to give him credit. The man is out there coaching his butt off, and he's paying attention to every little detail out there on that floor. The players respect him. And if he grabbed this championship, man, you got to give all the accolades to this man. I'm telling you, he coaches this team up. He works those sidelines. Almost like a young Pat Riley, almost how he used to work the sidelines. Pay attention to every detail on the floor. Clock management, everything. Give it up to Joe Mazzulla in these finals. Him and G.S.Q.H are having a battle of the wits. G.S.Q.H doing a hell of a job too. That's why I'm looking for him to add a wrinkle or two coming into this Game 5. They're back against the wall. He's going to have another element, try to bring his team over the top, force another game, and then see where your cards may fall. Try to force a Game 6, try to get in Game 7. See what happens. Every game now is putting more pressure on the Boston Celtics. More pressure on them because they know they should have been closed this series out. But what we talked about before, that's what I was worried about. Up and down of the Boston Celtics. Sometimes they can fall asleep. Sometimes they can get disinterested. They think they got the game in the bag. And then a team like Dallas can come up and just sneak them. If I was to predict this game for us being close going down the stretch, I don't think that's going to happen. If the Celtics going to win this game, it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be a blowout in this closeout game where everybody already know it's decided. It's going to be celebration going on that bench. The crowd's going to be talking it up, being chatty. They're just waiting for the clock to run out. It's going to be one of those type of games. I don't think it's going down to the wire in this game. This is either going to be a blowout by the Celtics or it's going to be a blowout by the Dallas Mavericks. That's just my prediction. I can be wrong. I'm wrong sometimes. You know, it don't have to be a blowout, but that's just my prediction. Tatum need to have a big game as well. A big game. He hasn't had his fingerprints completely on this series either. Legacy. He needs to be thinking legacy. You don't want Jaylen Brown taking away the MVP trophy of the finals, do you? It probably doesn't matter as long as y'all win it in your mind. But at a certain time in your career, you want to get an MVP finals. So for the Dallas Mavericks, Kyrie Irving has to have a big game. There's no secret there. He's got to come out very aggressive. And I'm not just saying just scoring, just shooting all over the place. He got to mix it up. Inside with the outside, but steady getting his teammates involved as well. Him and Luka Doncic play off each other. Luka got to play aggressive as well, but he can't hog the ball. He can't dribble the air out of the ball. It can't just be ISO with him and Kyrie Irving. It has to be an emotion of the offense. Too many games we done watched in this series. Kyrie Irving has the ball. The Don has the ball. Everybody else standing around in the corner waiting for them to do something. They will lose that way. You got to have some kind of action. I don't know if G.S.Q.H been looking at the film or not. Of course he's been looking at the film, but really looking at the film and telling these guys to move. Don't just stand there. I doubt if that's part of the offense. If it is, he needs to change that. Yeah, you got two of the greatest ISO players in this league. But man, you got to get some action going on the back end. You got to have these guys screening, moving, going side to side, coming up a little bit. Something to add a little distraction. So if it's just you go, I go, they will lose. But if you have a little motion in that offense with everybody's back cutting and running baseline, you'll have something. Waiting on a double team to wait for the kick. So that's what Dallas going to have to do if they want to extend this game to Game 6. Boston Celtics, bottle in that anger, because I know it's a lot of it. Whole lot of Jason Tatum, whole lot of Jaylen Brown. But almost like the Dallas Mavericks, y'all can't play you go, I go either. Y'all got a deep bench. Y'all got other players in that starting lineup. Derek White, to mention one of them, that can shoot it all over the place, penetrate, get his own shot. Be aggressive, but still get your teammates involved. Don't shy away from the moment. This ain't the time. Don't let them off the hook shoot jump shots when all year you've been driving to the hole. Continue to drive to the hole and put the pressure. Matter of fact, don't even think jump shot. Think putting your head down and getting to the paint if you're the Boston Celtics, because it's been working for you. So that's the formula. Let the old school guys like Al Horford man that paint up. And if you have Porzingis, I haven't heard anything about him. Y'all gonna plug him in or not? Y'all been doing well without him. Unless he comes out very aggressive, hitting threes, hitting jump shots like he did. I think it was game 2, was it? So if he's gonna come out like that, it'll be an added bonus. Good feature. But I wouldn't rush it either. If he's able to play, if this series gets extended, say be available for Game 6, then hold off on him. Because y'all can beat the Dallas Mavericks without Porzingis in there. Y'all shown that. What y'all got to do is stay engaged. Relish the moment. Understand this is the finals. It ends tonight. That's what y'all got to think about. So there it is, man. Dallas Mavericks blew them out in Game 4, and we're sitting here at Game 5, and we're going to roll the dice and see what's going to happen. But I tell you what, the Boston Celtics going to come with everything in the kitchen sink in this one. Everything in the kitchen sink. Especially with the game they put out there in Game 4. Jason Tatum, 15 points last game. 4 for 10 from the field. 1 for 4 from 3. It's crazy because you could tell they were just all out of whack. It's like the Dallas Mavericks had the formula, they came out and played, and it's like the Celtics just lost their way. Because how you come in a game and most of all your featured guys, they don't even get enough shots up for starters. 4 for 10 from Tatum. 4 for 10 from Jrue Holiday after he came off a big game, and was it Game 3? He had his big game. White, 2 for 8. Brown, 3 for 12. They were shook. They were shook, and that's what we're talking about with the Boston Celtics. They're not going to come with this type of game tonight. You can bet all your pennies on that. You can bet all your pennies on that. I mean, Hauser came in, had a good game, 14 points. He's the only guy. He was a highlight of the night. Hauser. Pritchard shot more than Brown. He shot more than Holiday. He shot more than Tatum. Wow, man. Pritchard said, I'm going out there at least trying to get mine. 14 attempts for Pritchard. That's high for him. So we're just going to say he unloaded the clip. Go ahead, Pritchard. Go ahead, man. Say, if they can't do it, I'm going to try to do it. So we're going to see tonight what's going to happen. It's going to be a good one. I will promise you that. Either way it goes, it's going to be a good one. I don't really want to blow out. And if it is a blowout, let it be late, fourth quarter or something like that. We want some action, man. We want some back and forth. We want these stars to go ahead and showcase. Let the best team win. Can't wait to see what Kyrie Irving's going to do. He needs to have a breakout, for it won't be no question. We already know he's a Hall of Famer. He's cemented in his legacy. We know all about that. But man, it'll be good if he could put his fingerprints and put a staple in this game and force another game. Kyrie needs that. So G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Make it in Monday, of course. I know it's been a few days. But busy. Mondays are like my weekend, so to speak. I'm thinking about maybe going out and watching this game, even though it's a Monday. But I think I can probably find a spot or two that's got something going on. But yeah, I think I'm going to step out and watch this one and see what they do. But Boston Celtics, that's my prediction for tonight. And in a way, I hope I'm wrong, because I want to get it extended. Have some more basketball. Bring it to Game 7. We'll take Game 7. So y'all enjoy yourselves. Thanks for y'all time, and enjoy the game. And we out of here. Peace.